What's happening, everybody? I'm Robert Price, your productivity coach, helping you focus on what matters most. This is Productivity's Boss Moves, episode 6, how to get through to others without wasting time. Yeah. One of the most frustrating things about getting things done, especially in collaboration, is when you're trying to get through to someone to get something accomplished and they're just not hearing you. You're not moving anywhere, you're not going anywhere. So, this is really one of the biggest productivity principles that you'll learn. And in order to get through to others, we have to understand how people work, right? And who they are. And there's a lot of research out there on different personality assessments. And so I want to focus your attention to 4 types of people. Kind of just combining that research and really formatting it into a way that you can understand. Here there's 4 types of people we're dealing with. And we have to know going into our communication with others what type of person they are. So here we go. You got one number. This first person, they're concerned with facts and figures. They don't want to. They want to know the numbers. They want to know, what are the facts? What are the best practices, if you will? And that's what they're focused on, gathering all the information. These are the people that, if they were buying a laptop, they would look up 90 different type of laptops before they decide on, okay, here's the one I'm gonna buy, because they're really concerned about the optimal operation, of the situation. So that person, that's a facts and figures person. Then you have the action-oriented people. They want to know, when can we get started? When can we get this going? We want to get this thing accomplished. They don't like open windows. They like to get to whatever they're working on and get it done, immediately. Then you have the people who are concerned about steps or structure, if you will. They're concerned about, okay, what is everybody's role? What is everybody responsible for from A to Z? What does that look like? How does that play out? And that's how they respond. And then you have the 4th person. They're concerned about team, right? Team. So they're concerned about relationships, people. They want to know. They're thinking about how people are going to respond, how that's going to impact everybody. That is their main concern. So, in understanding this, and I did a little acronym, if you will, FAST. That's how you can remember FAST. Facts and figures, action, steps, team, right? Those are all the 4 people that you're gonna come across. And here's the thing. I remember when I was working at a school a couple years ago, and actually it was about 3 years ago now, and we had a major challenge with our hiring process of how we hired our student leaders. And I went back and forth with my colleagues and supervisors and bosses, and we were all trying to figure out this challenge we were having with hiring. And it just seemed like we weren't getting anywhere. We were just talking in a circle, but because the language wasn't clear as to what we were supposed to be speaking to the people in charge, it just went nowhere. And it just seemed like we were going to stick with that same plan that really wasn't working for everyone for a long time. We were going to keep using that. So I kind of sat down and just started reflecting on the situation, like, why is the ball not moving? And what I realized is the person who was in charge, our boss at the time, they were a steps person. They were concerned about steps. And what I realized is most of my colleagues, myself included, and most of my colleagues, we were team people. So we were talking a lot about the team and how people were responding and the fairness of it, and just we were attacking it from a very relational standpoint. But once I took a step back and realized, wow, this person is focused on steps, what I did was I came up with a process. It was a 7-step process I came up with, and I made it very clear the way each part of the process worked, and I even had a point system for how each part of the process was scored, and I put that in a booklet, and I came to the staff meeting, and I had that booklet for everyone and shared it. And immediately, when that book was handed out and the boss had an opportunity to look through it, immediately the boss looked at the book, threw it down on the table and said, "Here's how you get things done." And change was made as a result of that. And it wasn't because this challenge wasn't important to the boss before, but all of a sudden when I made that packet, it became important. It was important to the boss the entire time. They just didn't know how to implement the changes that they know needed to happen. So I had to tap into creating steps for each part of the process, because that was the language that the person in charge spoke. Boom, and change was created. So you really have to dig into, man, what's the part of this process or aspect of this situation that this person I'm trying to get through to is focused on? That could be in your romantic relationships, work relationships, social relationship, whatever it is. Like, it's a challenge, and you have to be able to make a connection with this person, based on the length of the contract or whatever it is that will move you forward for that project that you need to complete. And you have to figure out what makes this person ticks. Is it the numbers? Is it getting things done? Is it steps? Or is it the relationship aspect that they're driven by, right? So once you figure that out, man, you can get things done. This is Productivity Boss Move, episode 6, how to get through to others without wasting time. If this video was helpful to you, like, subscribe, share, and let me know in the comments below tactics that you use to get through to others without wasting time. I'm Robert Price, your productivity coach, helping you focus on what matters most. Have a productive week.